Greetings, one and all. Albert had a fantastic day today. It's that time once again for our fun little blind react into the fun satire series for the World of Darkness tabletop franchise. But we like to call it, but it's otherwise known as Hunter the Parenting. Now we're ready for some laughs, some good background, and a bit of crazy shenanigans. Again,
Plenty of expositions.
yep, plenty of. Trust me, these guys, when they just have so much great humor in their content. Even back when they first started the stuff with the Emperor text-to-speech device, comedy was legendary. So, yeah.
And by the time we conclude viewing all the content they have for us, we'll move on to other things that might entertain Red.
Promises, promises.
For now, let us begin.
Alright, and we jump into, starting with, how ignorant are hunters? Interesting little context onto some things in the World of Darkness, especially with Alpha Booz's look at it. Alright, let's begin with that. And even though it says I've watched it, I have not. I've just lined it up so we can actually click it easier than last time. Saves time and such, which you'll appreciate. Alright, jumping in to it.
These Gain Super Flings
And
are
we got an ad
huge
right
and make
off the
my laundry smell amazing.
5 seconds.
Try Gain Super Flings.
A 6
In Hunter the
second.
Reckoning, you fight against
Alright, paused at 1 second.
Begin.
vampiric death cults, shape-shifting rage berserkers, and whatever the hell this is. How do hunters
Looks like a
keep
flood.
track of it all? They don't. Hunters and larger orgs are at least siloed information, even if it's often unreliable.
But non-aligned hunters?
Most are staggeringly ignorant of what they're up against. Even the most canny hunter can go through their careers clueless as to the true nature of their foe.
Camarilla Anna.
The masquerade.
Carmilla, the first vampire.
Take Grooville Buck, for instance.
Bach's an inquisitor with the Society of St. Leopold, and loads of crazy stuff is happening all around him.
A potential antediluvian, the Ankaran sarcophagus, the encroaching scenes of the Sabbat, the Giovanni, these guys. So who does he zero in on as Doomsday draws close?
These guys.
Prince Sebastian LaCroix, the ineffectual adventurer Meow Meow in charge of the local Camarilla. Sure, LaCroix is bad. On paper, he's real scary.
The truth on the ground is much more complicated.
Because Bach has some kind of weird ancestral grudge, he can't see that. And any hunter that follows his example, any hunter who's not completely fastidious in their investigations, runs the risk of missing the forest for the trees.
Yeah, definitely some interesting context on the subject. Wow.
I understand how our characters don't exactly know it all either.
True. Then again, neither did the Primarchs in original 40K during the during the Great Crusade that leading to the Horse Heresy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Big D's keeping them as much in the dark as the Emperor did. No, not entirely a smart idea. But, well, yeah, whole territory.
Well, unlike the first edition, at least here, we have a full grasp of him knowing what their personalities are like and having to work with it.
True. Alright. Time for the next one, which is Detective Kevin's First Day. Starting it up.
Get new Zyrtec 5 milligram, a flexible
6
low
second
dose of
ad.
24-hour
Almost
allergy
done.
relief.
For the red.
Paused at 1 second.
3, 2, 1, and
Go.
Record. It is currently 23:15 on December 4th, 2006. Now, Mrs. LeBeau, I know
Whoa!
it's a lot.
He's actually
but
got his
why
mouth
don't we just
moving!
start from the beginning.
I can try, but
Whoa!
it was horrible.
Take your time, ma'am.
All I can see is red blood, gore. 1 second, tea with me brother. The next,
The intruder?
the door swings open. I see a man I'd never seen before, but Clive had seen him. He rises to his feet, but he doesn't get too far. And now he's on my couch, on my sweater, in my tea, and he says,
Listen here, love. If you tell anyone about her.
Sorry, does he have to be?
Ignore me!
What?
Ignore me!
Okay, I have murdered 38 men.
Oh, fuck!
I got so much to say on that.
And you notice how Kevin reacted when she declared that information?
Yeah.
He's like, damn.
Oh, he was just trying to calm her down to get to the point, and then she just literally confessed right there. It's like, whoa.
Well, basically, he rolled a 20.
Yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you roll a nat 20, practically.
Or in the World of Darkness's dice roll scenario, 4 different sets of 6s.
I thought they did 10s.
Well, as long as you're able to get, you have 4 dice per roll, and if you get at least 3 6s per roll, at least for the first 2, it is an automatic success. If it fails to, you have at least 4 more. You have at least 2 more attempts after the first 2.
Makes me think of trying to play D&D and you roll nothing but 18 with the 3 6s for all your character stats. Like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
But there was actually a cheap way in the computer game Temple of Elemental Evil back in the day where you could actually give all your characters 18s across the board. Which technically with that game, that is one of those things that helps out a lot.
That it does. At least you get to see what Kevin does when the hunters are away from their home.
Yeah. P.S. I actually, between me and my older brother, I actually beat that game. Temple of Elemental Evil. The Demoness Lady of Fungi is a pain in the hind end. Alright. Chapter 3.7 of Hunter the Parenting. They're inside the walls! Alright, beginning now. Do we have any ads?
Great marketing
5-second
ideas
ad.
don't just fall from the sky.
Yippee.
Innovative
They had
brands.
us mind.
Alright, paused at 5 seconds. And, no worries, just them giving thanks to all these. I'm assuming it's their Patreon.
Yep, Patreon, their artistic take upon the profile pictures involved.
Nice.
And the remainder of them will show at the end of the episode.
And I gotta say, I like how the guy, the Matt guy, he looks like a World War I take on Aliens guy from Ancient Aliens.
No, it reminds me too much of Seth Rogen.
Okay. Okay. That was good. Alright.
No, it's just an honesty of thing. And I think the favorite one out of all these would have to be the Rennick individual. It reminds me of the pronounced Helldiver thing.
Nice.
Which not be able to play on account of financial strain.
The economy's a pain in the ass. Alright.
With that in mind, press play.
Yep. And don't worry, chat. Anyone who actually decides to become a patron on our Patreon will get a shout out. We're waiting. We're We're waiting! Oh, little kitten.
Family, I am returned.
Ah, Sadi. Welcome home.
Status report.
Oh, mate. I just got some scones out of the oven here.
Ooh, bread.
I was just about to get mopping while they sit. As for the others, Door's out in the thicket testing those big guns. Marcus is in an Everclear coma, and Boy is upstairs.
Preparing for a hunt or passed out
Pause
in
real
stupor.
quick. Pause at 105. An Everclear coma? Really? Come on! How much Everclear did he shoot back?
Remind me, that's a vodka, yes?
I forget. I don't think anyone's ever explained to me what type of alcohol Everclear is. Chad, if you actually want to comment on it in any of our chat forums, please let us know. But honestly, Everclear, I've actually taken shots of that and not got phased. My ex-wife was like, how the heck does a skinny white boy like you take shots of that stuff like that? I'm like, I just do.
Well, to my knowledge, it's one of the strongest alcohols known to mankind outside of moonshine.
And I've actually drank moonshine. It's pretty tasty.
But to my knowledge, it's relatively about 95%, and moonshine is, I think, around 120.
I do like how it's actually gone and gives the fruit a nice, how the fruit and the alcohol just make a nice blend.
If you're working with bland booze like that, you are better off doing infusions before actually consuming it. For example, within your vodka, you could probably toss in some sun-dried tomatoes, fresh basil stems, alongside with a pinch or two of hot sauce. Let that steep for about 1 whole week. Strain away the contents, and you have yourself a catalyst for excellent Bloody Marys.
Nice. Something tells me that you've had times where you've done drunken gummy bears too.
That was never my thing. I've heard of that, but never tried it. And if I do drink booze, it's usually in the process of cooking.
Yeah.
But not just quality checks, but just it tastes better when combined with other things.
Yes. That's why they have mixed drinks. But we're getting off track on this.
No worries, we can expand the time frame if necessary until this episode's completion. Or if you prefer, we could just do a part 1, 2.
Well, I'm mostly referring to the fact we're getting off onto an unrelated rabbit trail and talking about alcohol. But, yeah.
3, 2, 1, and...
Like
clear examples of my powerful tutorship.
Marcus is sleeping on the floor and, reflexively punches me when I try to lift him up.
That's my son!
Or he'll put me in a sleeper hold.
So protective.
Why would he sleep powerbombed me?
I love him.
Oh boy.
You lot is like if wrestling was real.
Yes, wrestling! It is definitely not real! Don't look into it. I have something for you, by the by.
For me?
Yes! Here you are.
Oh, what is this?
A new blender!
Oh, goodness gracious, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, this one looks complex. This must have been a fortune. Where'd you steal it?
Steal? Come now! I bought it!
That's a first.
At the 99p store.
You what?
Yep.
That doesn't feel 99p.
They don't call me the Duke of Discounts for nothing.
You told me they called you that in prison.
Yes!
Oh!
Skulls broken into my for hours!
Are they at least bad people?
Most of them.
Right, won't pry anymore, but this blender! Wow! Wow! What do all these buttons do? There are like 15 of them.
Wow!
They don't have any markers on them. They're all just blank?
I am sure they blend things.
Wait, why are all the blades shaped like a biblically accurate ophonym?
No clue, but it sure gives new meaning to the term cutting edge.
Actually, the entire blender looks kind of low resolution. Okay, sorry, that makes no sense. I mean, it's an object, but it just looking at it, it looks kind of blurry and undefined somehow.
Please stop complaining about the blender. I'll have to do a nightmare pit to procure.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I don't mean to complain. I just think it's... Wait, pit?
Yes.
In the 99p shop.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I suppose you get what you pay for.
Yes. The fucking...
Oh, shit.
Ah, yes! The fruits of humanity, son-in-law! A multiverse of purees, now in the palm of your hand! I cannot wait to see what glorious omelet you might cook in this.
Can't wait! We'll get to blending when we, get back from the chapter house. Oh, speaking of, Dawes restored the wall, filled the trap hole, mined the field.
Ever the troubleshooter, that door!
The way things are going, everything will be patched up in time for the chapter house trip. Can't wait to leave our HQ for a bit, even if it's for Yarmouth.
Oh, eager to get back in the field?
Yarmouth.
More the opposite. Being chased through my house by a bloodthirsty beast has had me a bit on edge. Just being here where it occurred is kind of uncontrollably anxiety-inducing.
Ah, yes. I forgot you're less acclimated to the lifestyle.
Is it possible to acclimate to almost being killed in your own home?
It's a gradual process.
That's disconcerting.
Hold no worry. You'll find that sleeping in the blood of your enemies is fantastic for your mental health.
Those bloodstains in the cellar have actually had me tossing and turning quite a bit.
The life of a hunter has little comfort to offer, I fear. But I give you my word. So long as we are under this roof, I will do all in my power to protect you.
That's assuring, Sadi. Thank you. Since the bobbies didn't do any cleaning, maybe you could help me rinse those stains out?
Pressure washer time!
I was thinking mop?
This is wicked vitae we're talking about, and the pressure washer's already loaded with holy water. Let's head for the woodshed.
Why is it in the woodshed?
To hide it from the cops.
Why?
I won't have the Norfolk police adulterate my Sophian holy water with their post-Nicene grease.
My mind is limited in what it can figure. Actually, speaking of bobbies, before he collapsed on the carpet, Marcus mentioned something. Do you have contacts within the local police force or something?
Oh, he met with that Chapman guy, did he?
I guess. He met an officer who claimed to be working with you. Same who was at the well station. Another hunter, it seemed?
Yes, he's the officer who interrogated us. He's also a new friend of mine. He's been covering things up for us. It's probably why we ought to return to the house so soon.
Goodness. That's great, actually.
It is. So, if you see him around, be only marginally worried. He's an ally.
I never thought you'd make friends with a cop, huh?
And I never thought they'd let me back into the Holy See. Now, pressure washer time!
Right, good. Might be something worth mentioning to Boy. He is, a bit paranoid as of late.
Smell that. Smells consecrated. Ah, yes, and Boy. That's not too surprising.
I'm a tad worried. He hasn't slept soundly since the Piotr thing, and Especially for an 11-year-old, that's quite bad.
Yes, the 11-year-old
Not
mind
gonna
does need
argue
its 3
on-
hours of
yeah,
daily
not gonna
rest,
argue on that
unlike the
one there.
adult brain.
As of late, he's been madly rambling about horse.
I am aware.
I think his lack of sleep mixed with the absinthe he's been chugging to and fro has led him to
Absinthe.
believe that horse is
Giving
a
absinthe to an
vampire
11-year-old?
or
What in
demon
the-
or something.
I still don't get that
Oh,
one.
that rapscallion. I remember sneaking into my grandfather's wine stash as a lad. I mean, it is quite normal for a newly awakened hunter to experience delusional nadirs. The boy was better primed than most. He is only an 11-year-old man. His world has surely collapsed in on itself. It will take time for him to find himself in this new paradigm, but that does not mean we cannot help him find his way.
Oh yeah? How?
Moratorium time! No more drinking!
Oh, thank God.
Psychedelics and cigars only!
That's not much better.
But it is better.
Arguably?
I've never lost an argument in my life. Checkmate! Let's go. Pressure water, get!
Okay. Oh, my noggin's pounding.
Oh, but the pounding has yet to begin.
Oh,
We haven't even broken into our arcanum yet.
Do we have to break in? Can't we just
Nope.
knock? Call?
No.
Send a letter?
Son-in-law, you know full well we would sooner be subject to sniper fire than be let in again.
Reynold Blacklaw, yeah, ancestral blood feud and all that. But the Chancellor would surely listen.
Would he though?
If he heard there was an imposter in the chapter house, yeah, I think he'd let us in.
We will still need to get through Reynold. Breaking in is our best bet. Even if he were to accost us before we can get to Arkham, he will have to face us in hand-to-hand combat.
I'm just gonna lug around my spear the whole time, I think.
Yes, that would be funny and good. Especially given the presence of that Blacklaw hooligan. Oh, and that ghoul Kevin told me about.
Goodness. The prospect of one of our own being a traitor is frightening.
It certainly is. But without our skills, that ghoul might jeopardize all the hunters in Norfolk. You got the cellar keys, by the way.
I think I know
sure, yeah,
who
just
that
a-
traitor is. Quite the
Pause.
heresy. Pause at 10:07.
What led you to this conclusion?
Well, first off, hey Tommy, how's it going? This is a blind react to a series made by a bunch of comical animators and voice actors who took a tabletop game franchise, the World of Darkness, and created a comical little role-playing series. And yeah, to give you a little context, if you've ever seen If the Emperor Has a Text-to-Speech Device, they pulled their characters from that series, which these guys made that series too. They took their characters from that series and then brought them over into a monster hunting kind of setting.
It's not exactly leading to potential lawsuits by GW.
Yeah. Games Workshop, I don't know. I think the whole reason that they decided to pull that whole thing was the territory of the fans make better content than we do. And it's like, anime was proving that one, where it's like, oh, live action adaptations of anime, so good by the professionals. Bull. Well,
some faithful interpretations.
well-
More particularly the romance dramas.
Well, Tommy's Grim. Nice. Well, Grim, here's the... when you get a chance, look up If the Emperor Had Text-to-Speech Device. Actually, you know what? I will actually... When I get the chance, I will post the link to the first video of that series onto the Discord. So you'd be able to actually take a look at it, and... Yeah. It adds a bit of background... the thing about If the Emperor Had Text-to-Speech Device... It adds comical background in the background of the 40K in a comical context and reaction kind of bit of funny. But yeah, this is yeah, imagine hunters in a comical kind of setting. here's a small sample of how comical this series is. You know, Hunter the Parenting is. The guy, the black-haired guy, Big D, he went and fought. When he got captured by a vampire, aka Kevin, Kevin went and started drinking his blood, and D already had a plan in place. He was jacked up on DMT, and Kevin got affected by it, but when he was drinking D's blood. It's just like, I've never thought of a hunter actually going and using that trick to get to jack with a vampire. Honestly, I've never seen that. And it's just like, dude.
Not with DMT, but in the Witcher games, there's a potion you inhale that's called Black Blood, where if any and all vampiric creatures decide to suck you off, they're the ones that get the detrimental effect.
Dang, I wonder if that's where they got the idea from. I would not be surprised, but then again, when you come up with roleplay stuff, I mean, from what in our last stream, we went over the different types of games in the World of Darkness, and they cover so much of the different aspects of tabletop gaming. Like, oh, you want a game that's focused on social skills? Boom, here's one. You want one that's combat focused? Boom, here's one. You want a tabletop one? Boom, here you go. And just keeps going on that direction. It's like, dude. It's like if a books franchise, a publishing company decided to hit every genre in one universe. Could you imagine?
You ever consider making it a small investment?
If I found the... what, are you hoping to do something like that, Alt? Well, then again, GW...
Should the future pan out the way I hoped it would, I will be able to afford a little hobby.
Yeah. Then again...
And a hobby might involve a life play.
Yeah. Then again, GW... I've got to say that they tapped a little into that. Not talking 18 plus reference, but accessing into that territory when they did Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k sci-fi. That's one small sample of that kind of territory, jumping into the different things, but with... Yeah. And back on context, this series, Under the Parenting, practically accesses into all of them. All the different aspects of the World of Darkness. At least what I've seen so far with the little background context that Alpha Booza did, aka the creator of this series, did for the explaining. Well,
shall we resume?
Yes. Let me get a drink and hail hydrate.
3, 2,
1, go.
Open!
I love locks, conceptually anyway.
Watch the second stairwell. There's still something horrifyingly slippery down there.
Wait!
What?
Hear that? Vermin.
Bloody hell, we got rats again? Oh, that's one large rat. Oh no, gotta hide all me old scones.
Caution, dear lad.
Caution?
You do remember what we talked about, right? About vampires and their helpers not bound by the night. Our corners and our walls might be subject to their rule. Caution, dear lad. This could be a ghoul.
Oh boy.
What? I mean, really? Are you serious?
I do not delegate poetic whims to mere jest, son-in-law. This is now a hunt.
Oh, goodness gracious.
We can't possibly locate it like this. We'll scrounge forth the tools necessary to destroy this noxious beast.
Oh, we have to kill it?
Come, we must get the ear trumpet.
Trumpet? For listening through the walls?
Of course.
Ear
Quickly
trumpet.
and quietly. It should be in
Anything
the
like,
random shit vault.
The old
Beethoven's.
stilt storage.
That's the spice. Tactical retreat!
Oh boy.
It's called advancing in the other direction.
Sir, We've only briefly talked on ghouls in the past.
Of course, delicious omelette.
I'll definitely say
Can we
this.
talk a bit more in-depth
I'm
on them as a
loving
quarry?
how each video has so much of a unique
You put it like that?
art style,
How could I not?
or at least animation style.
I'd actually been meaning
Yes.
to,
All the above.
I have something secret and highly sensitive to divulge to you and only you.
Really definitely shows that
Certainly.
their skill level is.
Boxes.
And I got me
sure, they bring you
40-second
stuff, but it's
ad
doubtful they'd
now.
invite you to a parent group.
Yeah.
Now Rita, who
I
sold
really
you a
wish there was
stroller on
marked
offer,
when
would
these
love
ads
to
take place on
discover
the video.
life
That way
outside the
we could
box.
outdo them successfully.
Blind and Joint Centers of
Trying to do
America
it
is
on
unique because
Xbox,
we
on the
deal
Xbox,
exclusively with personal injury patients.
YouTube, that's a little tricky.
Let's pause around 12:10.
Gotcha. Make sure to get there when we get through this. 5 more
Sorry,
seconds.
didn't see you
for
there. I
the
was checking my Acorns account. Decided to start investing $500 in.
skipping. Or let's... Okay, stopped at 12:11. Ugh. I was tricky trying to navigate around ads. And
Yep.
budget does not. 3, 2, 1, go.
The air trumpet
And budget
should be with
does
the air
not play
muffs and the
around
air
for
vacuum and the
dealing
air
with
jar,
YouTube
wherever
Premium.
those are.
So,
Not the ear jar.
Bossy, look! Let us get some ghoulish gossip going!
Right. Would you mind if I wrote stuff down?
That is
oh, he's got
certainly
one of
a
those
better use of your
multicolored
time.
pens.
Leave the trumpet
I actually
sleuthing
had
to
one of
me.
those a long time ago, like a few years back or so.
So I'm just
Lost
going through
track
my
what
old
happened
notes on
to it.
ghouls here.
things are actually
Blank body
quite useful.
serfs. Mortals grown
Especially if you're
addicted
doing
to
your
blank
own,
body ichor. They serve their
handwriting
masters
of
with
your
impassioned
stories.
devotion. They carry a quote whisper of a blank's abilities, quote smatterings of blank body magics. They can act as spies, reporting breaches in the code of silence that blank body under societies impose. That's all I've got.
Canny summation of the ghoul vassal, if I do say so myself. But like the bog, your brain yearns for more to haplessly sink into its depths.
For sure, sink away. You could liken me to the Norfolk Broads.
Whoa! Wasn't expecting such vulgar humor out of you, son-in-law.
You what? Oh, no, I meant, you know, I like Norfolk's the wetlands.
Did you dig grows ever deeper, ever more moist? Get out! Quickly! Quickly, you'll sink!
All right, what I'm trying to say is, I've been in it for a bit now, and I do try to follow your example with practical learning, but I love theory.
You do.
Yeah,
I cannot get away from the fact that I love theory.
True!
So I just want to pick your brain a bit. It might help us with spying some clues that can help us spot the ghoul easier.
Your wisdom is vast. Allow me to rip my brain forth and present it to you, warts and all. You have officially entered Ghoul School, dear student.
Dun,
And your first
dun,
lesson...
dun.
Well, I'll let you plan your own curriculum, so we avoid another letting the vampires drink each other for power scenario.
Marcus would love to do that too.
We'll talk about that. Ooh, I found my old humor extractor.
Right, grand. So then, I have a first subject just
Of
laying
course,
out the
Marcus
basics.
wants to do that again.
Topic 1. How is a ghoul created and what is their role?
How is a ghoul created and what is their role?
For our purposes, a ghoul is simply a living thing that has drank vampire blood.
That's it? What about the whole blood slave angle?
A ghoul is not necessarily a serf, nor even a regular vitae drinker. What's more, the word is actually something of a slur in origin.
What the hell? We're referring to them by a slur name, Sadi?
Yes, and there's several different kinds of hells, too.
What?
The term ghoul stems from the imbalanced power dynamic between them and their domitors. A vast gulf hewn out by the vampiric elite. Whilst derisive, it is the standardized term for non-vampiric vitae drinkers, even among the more progressive of their kind. And so far, I've never heard a ghoul use any other moniker.
In our ignorance, I suppose we'll have to settle for it?
Things will change once we mass evaporate enough of the vampire elite. I assure you.
But I'd still assume a ghoul has a particular role in vampiric society, yeah? You frame them as the vamp's eyes and ears during the day, helping prevent the truth of their existence from being discovered.
This is true of many ghouls, but not all. They're the servant class of the vampires. Greater than us kind in their estimations, but still decidedly subordinate and inferior. As such, they can perform many menial tasks for their dormitors. Spies, guardians, butlers, custodians. Some even have no true purpose to their power-broking schemes, and are kept merely as trophies, pets, or companions. So, in a way, does someone who earns a wage have a particular role in our society? It's the same answer.
Is that an apt comparison?
Yes! Much like the peasant class, they are defined by their exploitation by blood-sucking vampires.
Ah, like me old manager.
You get it! The difference is that ghouls too suck. A horrid, awful example is a ghoul we hunted 11 years ago in Poland. Her name was Primordial Hag Rosalia.
Sorry.
A title she herself existed.
Like me old manager.
She was an amazing,
but like me old manager. That is classic.
Upon courting me in the tranquil embrace of a Wednesday's twilight, amidst a holy grove at the ancient Oakland, I soon learned of her fatal addiction. She, the faithful serf of a vampire wizard, one we had tracked through the slow stilling of the local pulse, was the perfect embodiment of the normative thrall rule. Bound tirelessly to her dormitor, she was their eyes and ears. She acted as clandestine agent and a lethal hand in her dormitor's domain. She also served as an economist, a chauffeur, a maid, and a reserve blood bag, all in one sorrowful symphony of servitude.
Relatable.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Sorry.
What? Body burying! She also buried bodies.
Oh.
And took care of the camels.
Camels in Poland.
The camel ghoul, son-in-law. Camels.
We have gone too far. So she was a normative ghoul.
More or less. Ha-ha! Yes!
You found the ear trumpet?
By human hearing, we are no longer bound! We trumpet by ear! Our prey will be found!
You inspire endlessly, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry, but for, what was her name? Rosalia?
Primordial Hag Rosalia. Yes.
Sure, sorry. How exactly could she put up with all that?
Well, past the impossibly addictive nature of the vitae, there's also the blood bond.
Blood bond, okay. I think that's a new one. Let's go with that for our next topic.
Certainly! Let's keep up our discussion as we head out. But first, let us see what we might have gained. All right, trumpets up to my ear, say something funny.
Something funny.
My ear!
I'm sorry?
Perfect! With war gear in hand, this is where the hunt truly starts. Let us go!
Right, so what is the blood bond?
It is a truly, unquestionably vile thing. The blood bond is to take the very essence of a person and wring it whole in a chain. To enslave someone's very thoughts.
Like, convince them that the thoughts and actions of their bondee are their own?
In a way, son-in-law, but much worse. The blood bond is, to most, completely indistinguishable from the natural feelings of loyalty, faith, duty, and love. The blood-bonded brain will do its all to trick itself into believing that these feelings, and anything demanded of them by their regnant, are legitimate, justified, and good. It can warp a thrall's very perception of reality, changing it to a world where their regnant is the undisputed center.
That is undoubtedly scary. But being blood bonded is not a prerequisite to being a ghoul.
A question with an irritating answer. It is not, but almost all ghouls who drink directly from a dormitor are immediately bound in some way via the first drink. It is often assumed to be a prerequisite, because though a bond exists from the first drink, it is only after the third they are truly enthralled. But depending on how frequently they are fed and how attentive their regnant is, ghouls can either be slavishly devoted or fiercely resentful of their situation. This all entirely assuming that they're drinking fresh vitae from the source, and not vitae that has sat and had the blood-bonding effect go out of it. In the end, a liar is someone who has lied. A thief is someone who has stolen. A rat is someone who has talked. A liégeois is someone who has, for whatever fucking reason, decided to live in Liege, Belgium, and honestly hasn't had the sense to leave yet. I mean, honestly!
In short, City.
And a ghoul is someone who has drunk vampiric vitae. The qualifier is only that you have committed to it once, and the label is not necessarily a permanent one. That is all a ghoul is.
Ah, right, got it. Okay.
In the Blade series, they're called familiars.
This slavishly devoted part of our summation of ghouls is the result of this blood bond and not
in Blade, it's
actually necessarily part of being a ghoul. Yes?
Marked as
son-in-law, it is me, Sadi. I am a font of inspiration and ideals.
Oh, you pernicious prankster!
Sorry.
Well, let me elucidate. Right, so, drinking blood.
Find amazing
And
savings
a
on the best
35-second
electronics
ad.
at NFM. From TVs and audio to
Oops,
laptops
that.
and cameras, our huge selection and expertise help you upgrade and innovate. NFM makes it easy with free pickup, shipping, and delivery options, and convenient installation services. Only at NFM.
Interest into the series.
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper, so you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper flavor
I'm
you
really
love
liking
on
how
the
they're
chicken you
progressing with their
Lemon pepper
animation
bag?
style.
This one's for you. Zaxby's lemon pepper dry rub.
Each video,
got
it's
the sauce?
never the same. There's some elements that are similar, but they definitely do a major twist around.
Have you drunken blood?
I paused at 22:09.
We'll resume in 3, 2, 1.
Closest I've gotten to is a rare blue steak, maybe wet black pudding. Oh, when Marcus impacted me and we flew into the bus
A
together.
blemish on your gastronomic repute!
That still hurts.
But good for our exposition. Your regular fellow does not drink raw blood. For the purposes of this generalization, we are excluding Boy, Dor, and the fearsome Mongol hordes of Genghis Khan. But yes, you would not
Genghis
drink raw
Khan.
blood. Especially not raw human
Pause.
Especially not directly from some...
22:38. Genghis Khan are.
It was a many a European propaganda and misconception that the Mongol horde that nearly conquered the entirety of Europe were essentially bloodthirsty cannibals. In truth, everything about nomad is dependent upon their livestock, more particularly their horses and some cattle.
Yeah.
And one meal they often use while riding is if a horse was dying, they basically waste not, want not.
Yeah.
And they basically combine some of that with some vegetables and a spice or two, and just basically munch on the way. Their stomachs are built differently. But when it comes to sit-down meals, they have this tendency to bring out a vast metallic circle, heat that up on top of a large fire, and cook everything right on top. It's that Mongolian buffet kind of thing we have here in the States.
One might
And
try.
and they use their swords in order to both cook, process, and eat from.
Oh, just for the culinary curiosity, I wouldn't mind trying that sometime. There's also a Korean barbecue place that opened up nearby recently. I want to try that out, see what it's like.
But if you ever decided to swing by the Detroit location, I will show you some of the best restaurants.
Look to see if there's any conventions in your neck of the woods. I might consider.
Trust me, the barbecue here will give other states a run for their money.
Oh, come on. My hometown's known for barbecue.
But without a doubt, I said we give stiff competition. I didn't say when.
Alright, resuming in 3, 2, 1.
Some nasty dude's wrist. That's grody. Disgusting. Why ever do it? This is a call to engagement, son-in-law. Why would someone drink from the grody man's wrist?
My assumption was that they were simply forced to drink. Kevin used a strange mind trick to prevent us from moving back in the Binham tunnels. In such a way, they could force their ghouls to drink their blood and then,
Say no more, for you are completely wrong, son-in-law.
Good, I am learning.
Whilst many are forced or even
Very
tricked
wise,
into drinking
kitten.
it, the
Very
vampire's
wise.
vitae activates something in the brain upon so much as getting close to it.
Activates?
Concept of free will is blasted into the realm of myth as you, small lad scared by slightly too big chicken, suddenly guzzles down that foul corpse liquid. No, that irresistible wrist nectar with no fear, no disgust, and barely any notion of what you're doing.
That is as appalling as it is worrying. And once you drink...
You are ghouled. And so met with a craving that would take other drugs weeks to engender. And from there, the spiral only deepens.
Given that, the blood bond just kind of comes naturally for most ghouls, I take it.
It does. We are both the incredibly addictive vitae in of itself, hitting like no other barbiturate. Then, there is the blood bond, which materializes the more someone drinks of the same vampire's vitae. As I heard it from Rosalia, she drank 3 separate times on 3 different occasions, 24-something hours between each drink. After that, the bond took a complete stranglehold.
And much like her, that is when a ghoul becomes their Domitor's retainer, basically.
Their trusted retainer, at the least. Even if they were originally unwilling, like Rosalia was. They are now both addicted and bound to the will and vitae of the vampire, overwhelmed by an uncontrollable feeling of loyalty and desire for their heinous master. That slavish devotion to the vitae comes in 2 for many, or just in 1 for some.
The ability to mess with the brain like that, the thing that makes us... us.
You can just imagine the breadth of power fantasies enacted by those vampires willing to abuse it. Enslave your past bully, enslave your working staff, enslave your desired lover.
That is beyond horror.
Oh yes,
That's an
but
understatement.
believe you me,
That's an
it
understatement.
gets far worse.
Really? Oh, goodness.
But not yet! The rat awaits, child! We'll have to pace ourselves like we're out pubbing in Great Yarmouth!
So, spot of tea followed by a crack injection?
What the? You don't inject! So tell me, do you believe Yarmouth is fundamentally broken on some spiritual level?
Yes.
Might it somehow connect with the 99p stores and the mini golf courses?
Oh, I am sure.
The masters of these accursed places must be hunted down! The clubhead, the groundkeeper, all bound for annihilation, much like the British royalty! Oh, Queen Victoria, you'll rue that day yet!
Fairly sure Queen Victoria's
Pause.
dead.
And so you are!
Pause at 26:20.
The release date of this video, 6 days after Queen Victoria died.
Oh,
Not sure if it was 6 days, but it was not too long after.
fascinating. That is what you call timing. Incredible.
We know the
timing.
coincidence is often one individual's reason for remaining anonymous.
Mm.
That, or you simply just toss a basketball behind you saying, I never got to make the shot. And all of a sudden lands through the hoop and everyone cheers around you and you missed out on it. Personal experience.
What, you actually did that? Toss a basketball behind your head and got it in the basket?
Once. And I'm the lousiest shot in the world.
Boy, I'm gonna straight up say this. Boy, you ain't the worst shot. I would more claim that title.
But that was a one-off experience, and I was never able to replicate it, ever.
Yeah, just like it probably made Amgar try to replicate my perfect long-range arrow shot to take out the king. Foam tip clocked him right there on the shoulder, and I was aiming for his bodyguard, an assassin who just happened to step to the side at the right moment.
Or like someone playing Halo multiplayer, and all of a sudden their sniper shot got 4 heads at once.
Yeah.
My eldest brother, who had played the Halo multiplayer when it was in its prime, shared that with me. Because it was in one of those stores where you had a whole bunch of computers and you basically paid to play, and to have access to those online MMOs and multiplayers. But nonetheless, once that had occurred, the guy who perpetrated the luckiest shot then, he was hunted down like these vampires.
Because in a good way or a bad way?
The answer is yes.
Okay. Well.
I am loath to be the object of that kind of prejudice.
Oh boy.
With that, press play.
3, 2, 1.
But I'm not convinced.
Well, before we get back to the hunt, let me ask. Are there vampires who never actually blood bond their ghouls?
Certainly. I've known vampires who refuse the blood bond out of principle, but still feed vitae to their ghouls. They need only be careful.
So, not all ghouls are blood bonded, but all who are blood bonded are ghouls?
Yes! Except vampires. Well, vampire ghouls are, for our purposes, technically a thing, but it would many times come across as immensely derogatory to call a vampire a ghoul.
Because it's a slur?
It's more that it's an immediate turning of their social order, placing one of the kindred in the same position as their slaves.
So, what? According to those who structure power in their societies, a vampire cannot be a ghoul by definition?
Yes! And it's not a definition we have to use. Their definition is formed and enforced by societal standards, traditions, and their hierarchical order. So, if you want to insult a high-flown vampire wizard, defy them and insist upon calling them a ghoul. Just don't let them touch you.
Oh, we are really getting stuck in now. But look, while we're talking terms, I have a new topic.
Very good! But before that...
Oh, right, the hunt, sorry.
My augmented ear must ascertain the creature's current location.
What are you...
I'm listening for movements through the wall.
Isn't it trickier to listen through the house's exterior wall than doing it through the walls inside?
I hear it!
I guess not.
Wait. I think this rat has 8 legs?
8 legs?
What poor freak has invaded our home? If they are able, they will soon come to regret it. To the kitchen!
The kitchen? All right. Maybe I can pack away the scones I made before they dry.
Scones are actually
I shall open the kitchen window!
Or what should I do?
Here, take this ear jar!
It is.
Holy
shit.
No, I thought you'd catch
Why
it!
bring the ear
This will
jar?
have to do. The irresistible smell of meaty ears will surely attract that morbid pest.
Whose ears even are these?
They're labeled with hexadecimal serial codes behind the lobe so I can keep track. But it doesn't matter now! Leave these ears in peace.
Oh, boy.
We will take our vantage point outside the window. When the beast strikes, we will snipe it with a powerful pressure washer. We'll hit it so hard, even the regnant will feel it.
Okay. We're just gonna sit here in the yard?
I love the yard!
Fair.
What in the world is this guy
You'll clean up the ears, yeah?
Sure, if there are any left.
Good. Whew. Mind if I bring up another topic?
Bring them like boats up the mountaintop.
What is a domitor and what is a regnant? I've heard you use the words regnant and domitor a few times now. Are those real titles used by vamps? And is there some kind of distinction between the two? They just feel like different words for master.
Yes, These are real terms used by real, actual uppercase V vampires that are real and actual. I've heard the titles of Ghoul and Dormitor, as well as Thrall and Regnant, from multiple unaffiliated sources.
Polydor, anyone?
West. Also, Lickmaster, Vaddy, Big Papa. Yeah. But those are just perverse.
How charming.
And to answer your second question, these are not, in fact, synonyms. They are distinct. First, we have a Ghoul and the Dormitor. A Dormitor is the blood giver, whilst the Ghoul is the blood recipient. That is actually as simple as phyllo cheese pie. But it is, of course, purposefully dressed in the language of master and slave. Because everything vampires do is...
That tracks. Every other word out of Piotr's mouth was a master-slave dichotomy. Man, these vampires sure love their class systems. What of the Regnant, though? What's that term all about?
The Regnant-Thrall relationship is a step beyond. See, a Thrall is one whom is blood-bonded. A Regnant is a blood-bondee. Here, the master and slave analogy is far more literal, an inseparably attached imposition on the existence of the bond. A Ghoul is many times also a Thrall, but not necessarily. Do you understand?
Ow. Naturally. And I suppose Thrall is equally as derisive a term within the same context?
Not always.
No?
Unlike the term ghoul, a vampire can also be named a thrall. In fact, the normative assumption is that when you speak of a thrall, you're talking about a blood-bonded vampire. As the whole society is structured around it being given that a ghoul is always blood-bonded, using thrall to describe a ghoul is meant to be redundant. Which, you know, it isn't. But I want you to think it is. As an example for a vampire thrall, take Primordial Hag Rosalia's Ray.
Yeah, boy. What happened? The connection there, quick time up. And great. Party troubles again.
There we go.
There we go. I paused at 32 minutes flat. After you disconnected.
Well, actually, you disconnected from me first, but I'm at 32:44.
Okay, I'll catch back up.
That foul sorcerer had another one blood-bonded to them. The lowly magi they had signed. For as bad as the Regnant Thrall titles sound,
so how
it
are
is the
you
norm in
enjoying
certain social cliques for vampiric thralls to proudly name
Definitely
themselves
quite a
such,
bit of
as they partake in a
context.
bond or blood wedding.
You can see how
as they
in-depth
might
this is,
grossly
just
name
about
it.
as deep as Warhammer.
Such self-debasement, whilst frowned upon in many societies, is
You
often
said
not
32,
considered
44.
an act of social upheaval or a degenerative taboo. Rather, it is considered a noble and necessary recognition of an inevitable hierarchy that serves to keep social order intact. That is, of course, unless the blood bond was imposed by some...
Okay, paused. Oh.
Let's resume in due course. 3, 2, 1.
One of lower clan onto a kindred of higher clan, say.
Oh god, two wholly different kinds of caustic jargon.
Two? Ha ha! Who's keeping count, eh? Count! Like Dracula! In summary, not all ghouls are thralls, and not all thralls are ghouls. Same for Dormitors and Regnants.
The vampire elite really loves to use norms as a weapon, huh?
Much like any elite.
That's true. Now, okay, this is all fine and good. Or, no, excuse me, this is god-awful.
True! Except for the god part, probably.
A serf willing to do anything at the call of someone as morally bankrupt as Piotr. I can see just how dangerous that is. And there is no limit to how many ghouls or bonds a vampire can have either?
The only limit lies in how much vitae a vampire can give.
Goodness gracious. But as I understand
Oh,
it...
boy.
That's still not even as bad as it gets, yeah?
Oh! No, not by far. The eight-legged rat thing we now hunt? Likely a hateful example of just that.
Wait. Sir, my scones!
Your sconers?
My scones!
Your scones?
Look! Through the window! They're bloody gone!
Scans.
Scones!
Gnomes!
Did the thing take them? Or is Marcus awake?
Damnation! Into the house, quickly!
Whether it's care
And a
before or
50-second
after school,
ad.
or a sitter for date night, you don't have to hire just anyone. You can find a background-checked caregiver who's the right fit for you.
It's
Join
definitely
now
turning
and
into an
find care at
interesting
care.com.
episode.
Artificial intelligence is redefining what's possible. At
So the
CoreWeave,
eight-legged creature
our cloud
stole
platform
his
is purpose-built for
scones.
AI.
That's
To provide the world's leading
Which is just
innovators
regular
with
business
the performance
for
and
American
efficiency they
definition.
need to realize AI's potential.
Depends on how you make the. Depends how you make them. They could be fruity.
No, I
We are
mean,
built for this moment.
no, our scones are fruity. Their scones are plain
CoreWeave,
biscuits.
powering AI innovation.
And they call just biscuits.
What's so funny?
Cookies.
I mean, besides
I
everything.
paused 34:30.
34-30 matched.
Yeah, they surround definitions of what they call their cuisine versus American cuisine, or as they still call us, out of stupid grudges, the colonies.
Yeah, even though we kicked them out and we went and saved their hind ends during World War II.
That's a whole topic for another time. Let's move on.
Remind me to have bring that up with Rachel sometime. Yeah, she'd probably give me the dirtiest look. 3, 2, 1, continue.
Marcus?
Marcus, have you eaten 20 scones in one sitting again?
20?
No response. Doris had firing guns and has been in a ration-type mood all
I
week.
cannot even eat that
Boy
many
does not eat
biscuits,
bread or
but
British
it's like
food.
There's gravy involved.
Sir, look! A trail!
It leads out onto the pool deck through the window!
Should we follow it?
Yes.
Oh god, my scone!
We've been sconed! Quickly, but quietly. Open the door out into the deck. Be wary. We do not know what this creature is capable of.
Right. Blimey, that reminds me. Ghoul powers. There's the matter of the smattering of vampire magics that you mentioned. They gain a whisper of their master's powers. What does that entail exactly?
I will not lie, dear boy. I will not lie. But I will get entirely within your personal space, okay? What I'm about to divulge is of the utmost sensitivity and confidentiality. You, I can trust with it. But the others, not quite yet. Have faith that I will tell them when the time is right, and not a second sooner. Understand me, dear boy?
Oh, boy.
Okay.
But I will first point out the Scown Trail. The Scran, the Scroak, the Skrelv, the trail. It leads to the pool house.
Dun, dun,
Oh, it
dun,
does.
dun.
But what an odd trail.
From the window onto the pool deck to the pool house. Scran, the scone snatcher, was following the very edge of the deck, pressed against the house walls, until it ducked beneath the deck table, then sprinted into the pool house.
Is it because of the rain? Because that would be odd. If we assume that this is like an eight-legged rat, rats aren't known to
Eight-legged
fear a
rat
light
in
rain
my
like
ass.
this. Could this be a ghoul thing?
Ghouls can inherit flaws from their master or develop new idiosyncrasies. But I've never heard of a fear of rain. We had better move quickly.
Right. I'll open the door. Oh, goodness!
What a bloodbath! Or perhaps a bread bath?
My scones! My fine home-baked scones! Ripped apart like the common 99p loaf!
I'm so sorry, son-in-law. We should never be a victim in the fight against evil.
I wanted to treat the Arcanum to my family's scone recipe again.
Hold a moment. The creature could still be here.
What?
There's an easy way to figure that out.
No, wait.
Go!
Water jet's etched itself all over the woods. Oh, the pool house and the deck stains all patchy and... Oh god, a plank snapped!
Son-in-law, look.
What?
Son-in-law! Look closer.
Oh. It wasn't visible under the deck stain. But now that it's been blasted away and I have to repaint it again...
Focus!
Sorry. These are claw marks. But they're only here, and they've left almost like small craters behind them.
Can you suss out what happened?
Oh shit. There's a small dent on the roof right above. Did they jump up onto the roof from here? Can they do that?
Let me tell you about just that.
Sure, but what if it can hear us?
We'll move out and go to Door's workshop. Given our findings, the creature seems to not like rain. It's likely hiding by the chimney. Or perhaps even in the attic.
Okay. We'll go get one of the ladders. Let's go.
Listen close. The vampire is two things. The body and the vitae. The human and the beast. The good and the bad. And sometimes the ugly, but that's three. Now, several millennia ago, an ancient canine was subject to venereal tumors.
What? Canine? Not canite?
We're talking dog cancer now! In a freak accident by nature, the tumor cells in this dog would mutate, gaining the ability to infect other dogs like a pathogen. These venereal tumor cells would essentially become an entity all their own. A unicellular and immortal life form that would spread from body to body, bringing its deadly affliction to millions upon millions of dogs all across the globe.
Fuck?
Yes! The vitae is a life form alien to its host that co-opts the corpse of a human, taking its hands, its heart, its mind, and memories, puppeteering it like the zombie and fungus, fighting its host to meet its own desire of eating, and spreading its infection further. And cordyceps, that's the name!
The fungus or the dog tumor?
Does it matter? Dear boy, these are what curses are. These are the great calamities we set ourselves against. And a small part of the vitae, that life form, that living curse, is spread into the still living form of another to make a ghoul.
A vampire's blood does its all to give their host a shot at their new role as predator. I take it does similar things to ghouls? Is that where you're going?
Correct. But much like how it manipulates the mind and body of a dead host, it creeps in the same way into the still animated tissues of a living one, though in a far more limited regard. It is like the human body, whilst it still brims with life, fights against the undead agent infiltrating its body. A war fought between good and bad, and sometimes ugly, within your very flesh.
That's an inspired analogy, I must say. But, whilst the vampire blood asserts its control, I take it the ghouls are able to make use of the same arcane abilities that their Domitor employ? I mean, since a part of their Domitor is now part of them, yeah?
Certainly. By and large, their powers are very limited. Increased strength, resilience, and bodily generation come most naturally. The overwhelming majority of ghouls I've met are limited to just those. But other powers are not outside their grasp, provided their Dormitor possesses them as well. In addition, it demands intense training for a ghoul to master even the most basic of disciplines. So it was for primordial hag Rosalia, and a few other ghouls I've happened upon.
So if Piotr had a ghoul, say, could they be able to go invisible and juggle a dumpster? Here you go, by the way.
Thank you. Well, not in the way Piotr could, of course. A theoretical Piotr ghoul could train themselves to use a form of invisibility, but one that only works if the user is totally still. Alternatively, they could attain an ability to punch hard enough to easily break a leg, but not much more than that.
There's just a lot of different vampire types out there, isn't there? And I'm sure we haven't even catalogued half of them. We can't even know what ghouls can do because we barely even know what vampires can do yet.
This is true, and there are as many ghoul variants as there are vampire variants, if not more. But once we get on that roof, we can add another one to our index.
Oh, ladder's here, by the way. Wait, shit, this one's too short.
I couldn't even
That's
use that
not what
for my
she
extemporaneous
said.
pole dancing.
There should be another one here somewhere. Oh, here. Wait, this one's also too small.
There's a wooden ladder in Horse's house, right?
Yeah. Yeah, alright, we'll go get that one, I suppose. I could have sworn we had a bigger one in here.
Filler.
Horse time!
Filler.
In regards to this one, like as far as they go, I mean...
Visit govx.com and join a community of patriots and pros.
Hey,
You've
Solomon,
earned
how's
GovX,
it going?
Savings for those who serve.
Grip, stability, precision. That's the
Oh,
essence of
nice.
driving. Lawfin.
Okay, we got a 35-second ad, but according to Solomon, may be interested to know the environments you see in the video are actually from the Gmod map Carl made of Kitten's house and yard. Nice.
They're also fellow watchers.
Yep.
With that in mind, please spread the good word to move Alpha Bozo's attention, because I know he comments on the reactors.
Yeah.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's
I am
about going
paused at
beyond.
4406.
Ghoul variants. I think
4406 paused, but yeah.
Anyway, my train of thought. But I know that Alpha Boza has a tendency to leave some comments upon the reactors of the series. One gentleman's name comes to mind. He's the same guy that reacted to TTS, episode 7 specifically. But he commented about the reason why they went with that direction.
Episode 7, the classic Pillarman.
I have to find that episode, that exact video again, but take my word for it. The creators randomly surprise others.
Oh, trust me, that one definitely threw things in a whole different direction when it came to that episode.
And who knows, that they might hopefully provide some viewership for our direction.
Fingers crossed. Let's see. Solomon also said Carl also made a map of the Black Mesa NNW compound from their other series, Half-Life Zero Viscosity.
Which we will examine in the near future. Just keep in mind that our reactions to the series is every 2 weeks, so please be patient.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, play.
I think this one is at least not your standard ghoul.
Based on the clues presented thus far, of course not.
Since there's a lot of variables involved, what do you reckon this ghoul could be? Some type of fell muck-wielding ghoul empowered by their Domitor? Or an ultra-slick, nigh-invisible skulker?
Let me lay some groundwork. Starting off, there is of course natural variance from ghoul to ghoul, depending on who their dormitory is. The thralled ghoul is the thing that the vampiric elite would list as the only legitimate kind of ghoul. But for as much as I make fun of the blue-blooded vampire snobs, I too think this next ghoul variant is a dangerous thing to talk openly about. This is another important factoid that I bestow upon you in confidentiality, son-in-law.
And that variant is?
The independent ghoul.
Independent? Like the non-thrall variety? Is that not better in every way?
It certainly is, let me be clear. Independent ghouls are good. I wish independence for every ghoul out there, before they liberate themselves from the Vitae entirely. To much of vampiric high society, however, they are living, walking masquerade breaches. They do not act in accordance with their...
45, 42. Solomon just said, hope y'all get to episode 4 today, because those watching blind are not prepared for the jumping production quality. Well,
that'll potentially be within 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's some other ground for us to cover first. Keep in mind that I do plan to introduce him to Mage the Awakening.
Yeah. We all...
Just where he would have an example of how the tabletop game is played.
Yeah. And we usually do 2-hour streams for our normal stream time guideline. We'll probably be covering this video, and then, waiting for the next one to jump into.
Yeah, actually, it's probably about a month from now. There is at least a few other videos to cover before Chapter 4 is reached.
Yeah.
Unlike other reactors, I don't go non-stop through chronologically one single playlist. No. I want to give them the same experience I had, to where I had to wait for their new content to be uploaded before they progressed on with the whole new paradigm.
Getting that very old school style of feel. That one that you have to be there waiting for the brand new episodes to come out before you can actually get to see it. Oh, that sensation. That is a fun one to enjoy.
You're welcome, Red.
Currently, I get to enjoy a bit of that with the Star Trek Strange New Worlds. But getting to have...
I got a brain track into this.
Hey, you brought up the whole territory of we're going to make you feel like you're actually waiting for the stuff to freshly release.
Ed, so, what's your go-to reference?
Well, it was the one I've got off the top of my head. But... well, I could always say a few years ago, about a decade ago with High School DxD, but you'd probably give me the look and be like, really?
There's some things in common, not all of
them. But yeah, that was a decade ago, so...
Press play.
Norms and traditions, and thus are treated worse than even the half-blooded daywalkers.
Ah, yeah, daywalkers. I quite pitied the daywalker we hunted. Nothing like Piotr or Kevin in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
You had mentioned they are severely oppressed in vampiric society. Are you saying independent ghouls are even worse off?
Without a doubt. They're often despised among the kindred elite and blood-hunted all over the world. These creatures are meant to be on a leash, after all. A masterless hound that can unwittingly destroy an entire society cannot be allowed on the street. And so, independents usually work in secret, actually with more progressive vampires, or those that are also under the big boot, like the daywalkers.
So how do you work as an independent ghoul?
Well, again, there are many ways. Often they have multiple different donors, getting vitae where they can find it, but always being wary of the blood bond. That's essentially it. Outside of that, you're independent. You can do whatever.
Cracker's at it with his primal scream therapy again.
Neighbors.
Holy shit! Oh no.
He'll be all out of house before long.
Oh dear.
Have you seen his house? It's submerged in a ditch and has a tarp for a roof.
An upsetting figure. If he weren't such a loose cannon, he would make an excellent hunter.
He's too busy digging for Iceni treasure.
Oh, speaking of loose cannons, there are also our twisted allies in hunter ghouls.
Hunter ghouls? Oh. Oh. Right. Things are starting to click.
Good. As you can imagine, they are hunters who hunt down, stake, and then keep their quarry to carefully feed off of till the stock runs dry.
Right. I understand. It's on the brink of what we do, isn't it?
That's right. We only extract information. Thus far.
Don't like that implication.
Another thing we do not do is sling vitae. Could have made some serious dosh in Yarmouth had we kept those canites staked.
I'm not sure.
I jest, of course. There's about 12 good reasons not to sell vampire slave drugs. But many an independent manages to do it for a living, using the same vampiric powers against those that would call them thralls and cattle. It's
The great and mighty
serious hustle.
Kevin.
One has to respect it. But I'd
The
never
great
condone
and
it. Lose too much of
mighty
yourself to
Kevin.
vitae once you imbibe it. What else? We also have ghoul families.
Like families that are all ghoul.
Oh, that exists
Also,
too,
quick note
but
for
no.
future viewers of this
I mean
content,
ghouls that have been
Kevin's not a
so
ghoul. I know he's a
good that they
vampire,
pass on their
but
ghouldom
he's
to the
completely
ghoul
independent of any and all fans.
Horrible.
Is admirable.
Much like a rare blood disease, then. The vitae spreads from mother to child.
As far as I know, that isn't a natural process. But there are ghoul families so embossed with their master's vitae that they even produce vitae of their own. These individuals are called revenants, and are typically deeply loyal to a given clan, sect, or bloodline.
That's
Producing their own
interesting.
vitae.
Oh god, what if Piotr was planning something like that?
Piotr babies? I refute the very notion! But no. Oh, and speaking of family... Horse, my baby boy! How's father's little giant? Yeah.
Hello, horse.
Please, eat my apologies, horse. You're still a bit queasy, aren't you? You have your father's eternal respect for the strength you've displayed these past few nights. We're looking for a ladder, by the way. We suspect there might be a ghoul on or in our roof. Oh, certainly. Death will come slowly.
Oi, actually, the potential ghoul on the roof? Just making sure, it is an animal, yeah? You had already mentioned animal ghouls previously.
Of course! Animal ghouls are limited in what they can do, but immensely versatile. Imagine a peregrine falcon acting as your eyes. Imagine a rhinoceros as a mount. Imagine giving a dog the power of a gorilla. Imagine giving a gorilla the power of a double gorilla. Imagine a whale.
Pause.
I don't know how that works, but just...
5126.
127.
1 second difference. I got this. Giving the dog power of a gorilla. My one comment. Oh, jeez. I do not want to deal with one that wants to... I do not want to see what happens to someone getting their leg humped by a dog with that much power.
I mean, you see those rather muscular pit bulls, like the really big kind?
Yeah. Imagine multiplying that several fold. Ugh.
clip this.
You'll end up in traction for months.
Or since you're familiar with Family Guy, that one egg brought by Stewie. Point.
Oh boy. Alright. Play. 3, 2, 1.
Think about whales for a second! These things are all possible, provided you have the vitae to spare. And a familiar like this is, evidently, something our dormitor has invested in. Isn't that just wacky off the walls, dearest horse, kindest horse, fairest horse in all the land of Angor? Yeah. He says he would run it over, stomp it into the ground, and then crush its skull in his big mouth should it near his home. Oh, but he'd only eat it if it was made of plant or whatever. He is a horse, of course.
Of course.
Plant ghouls.
Plant?
Yeah, however it's pronounced. It's rare, as it demands a touch of thaumaturgy.
Like blood sorcery?
Indeed. With it, it's possible to grow a garden of blood-addicted plants that are excellent for disposing of bodies.
Blood magic.
Azalea's job only got a touch easier,
into
and a lot more dangerous when that viscera garden was grown. There's also the plant people that certain blood sorcerers can create. Haunting human simulacrums made from plants, such as the mandrake. Those are able to perform only the most basic of tasks, though.
Unfathomably creepy.
Yes.
Wow.
Keep the law never mowed, son-in-law. Never mowed. Wait, that's Horse's job. Don't steal Horse's job.
I never dare. Why are we here again? Oh, that's right. Ladder. Over here. Oh, God. It's also too small.
Or are we too big?
That's
Where
what
is the bloody ceiling ladder? I know we have it in the workshop before.
The tall one?
Yes.
Ah, that's right. I put that one in the chimney.
You what?
Well, I had to see where the secret chimney door in my room went.
What?
Yeah, there's like this secret door in the chimney wall in my room. Actually, it leads all the way up to the roof.
It does?
Yes. Oh, how could I have forgotten?
Am I the only one who notices there's a chunk, looks like a chunk torn out of horse's head there on top between the ears?
Secret door, chimney ladder.
It's his house.
Just ignore it.
Yeah.
Stop dreaming, start booking.
And 25
Your next trip is
second
just a deal away on Priceline. Priceline.
I'll say that this one for Amazon Prime, where the chick goes and starts making her own ramen, kind of cooking. I got this to say, that does look very tasty.
Starts in
I
the
am
dark,
paused at 54:30.
just like always.
You know,
And trust me, we'll get through the entirety
with
of
all
this
this in
episode
mind,
today.
You
We'll
said 54:30, right?
Mate?
Correct.
Okay.
I
Anyways,
really
we will
can't
complete
get in the
this
headspace of
entirety
someone who...
before calling it a night.
Okay, just got to 54:30.
Goody.
Alright.
3, 2, 1, and
do any of this. It's gross, immoral, senseless, all kinds of bad words.
There are not enough bad words in the world's collated lexicon for the true depths of evil that can be inflicted on mankind by the worst of the
yeah, and if anyone
slavers.
wants to actually watch the original videos, the link to both the channel and the
Really?
videos
And
are in the
these
description
true
on YouTube.
depths of evil?
pause.
What do they...
5502.
5503. But yeah, you guys want to watch the original videos, and you can click on the YouTube video, and you'll see in the description the link to their channel and the playlist. So
What D is about to speak of here refers to one specific vampire clan. They're called Zeminchi. You may have heard of a time or two.
Zeminchi.
Tzimmisce.
Okay.
An overview from White Wolf Wiki simply shares that if someone were to call the Zeminchi inhumane and sadistic, the Zeminchi would probably commend them for their prosperity, and then demonstrate that their mortal definition of sadism was laughably inadequate. The Zeminchi have left the human condition behind gladly, and now focus on transcending the limitations of the vampiric state. At a casual glance or a brief conversation, a Zeminchi appears to be one of the more pleasant vampires, polite, intelligent, and inquisitive. They seem a stark contrast to the howling Sabbat mobs, or even the apparently more humane Bruja and Nosferatu. However, upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that this is really a mask, hiding something alien and monstrous. And this is also the vampire clan that's actually closest to those who rule this world at Satan's side. An evil I am quite familiar with. Not out of membership, but of research. Knowing their deeds. And knowing that the horror flicks that we see in Hollywood are but bridal showers in comparison.
Yeah.
Listen carefully to what he says. 3, 2, 1.
Hail.
I will not linger on this for long, as these things are... It is where the mind wanders unwillingly. Thoughts of those victims that have you feeling like you aren't doing enough. That you need to do more.
And what are done to these victims?
Lobotomized servitors drunk on the vitae, the freedom and personhood stolen from them. They take these people, like you, like me, like our family and friends. Imagine it! The complexity of our lives, the worth we place in our memories, our abilities, our moments, and our place. They take it! They take it and literally mold them away in favor of grotesquerie with the hateful, hateful magics! They form and reshape their minds, their bodies to shapes and sizes utterly inhuman. They trap these people within their own skin as they take their all, and like vile caricatures of sculptors, carpenters, crafters, and leatherworkers, these fiends fashion their desires out of their victims. Living furniture that cannot scream, walking blood taps with spigots of innards, animated art mercilessly bent at just the perfect angle. Gargoyle folk bound by ritual to a particular place, ever to guard it, unable to leave it. Blood-bound cabals of wizards and fae, the pure stuff of raw imagination, squeezed and siphoned until nothing remains. People turn to bird feeders for unspeakable specters, hungrily eating their flesh, their essence, hulking abominations made of entire families, parents, grandparents, children, their sinew and flesh inseparably fused like sickly mixed mince. This all... Stop! This all is...
Stop! Stop. Okay, stop. I don't need to hear anymore.
Apologies, son-in-law. I got carried away.
And that's just a tip of the iceberg.
It's fine. Yeah, it's just...
Big time.
I don't like this at all. It makes me want to... This all makes me want to...
Do more.
Yeah. I want to... save this person. In the chapter house, I mean. Whoever it is. They deserve better.
You won't save just them. You will save them all.
So, what should we do once we find this poor thing in our house?
Kill it, probably.
Really?
I'm sorry, son-in-law. But it would be best to save this poor animal from its misery.
That is how we save them? But wait, what about the ghoul in the chapter house? Are we going to kill them?
No! Not necessarily.
Not necessarily?
We can see what we can do. I'm optimistic. I think capturing the chapter house ghoul will be largely a triviality. After that, it's up to us figuring out the finer details of their ghouldom and just how deep it goes.
The going theory is that the ghoul infiltrator is one of the people already inside the Arcanum chapter house, and no secret person X, no animal, and no bloody plant. Was that right?
Yes, skipping some details, what Kevin gave me was the following. Allow me to paraphrase. This is something the status quo vampire big shots would not want hunters to know. They have ghouls all across East Anglia, serving as the backbone of their information network. This allows them to expand the borders of their domain, line their pieces up in the war effort, and most importantly, to get at something. Something that, as of now, remains unknown.
Oh boy.
They have ghouls in several organizations, and as Kevin listed them off by name, that is when he mentioned the Arcanum as one of the afflicted orgs.
I think it makes quite a lot of sense for a high-ranking vampire to want a ghoul within the Arcanum, to make sure they can redact any research that comes a bit too close to breaching their masquerade.
Yes, and by that logic, this ghoul has to be fairly new, given that we never discovered them whilst in the Arcanum's employ.
Is that a certainty, Sadi?
Well, of course! One of my primary duties while on staff was guarding against such infiltration. But if you seek more compelling proof, you'll note our scholarship on the vampiric was never redacted whilst we were there.
Wait, hold on. If they, for whatever reason, couldn't get rid of our scholarship whilst we were members, could the ghoul have been involved in getting us banned from the Arcanum?
That would have been easy. Reynolds Blacklaw had been lobbying for our ban since the day we came, after all. And it's not like we respected the Arcanum's rules all that much.
Most of us, at least.
Your point is pointed, though. It means the ghoul might well have existed alongside us, even back then. Nevertheless, this is a side tangent. Further along in the interview, Kevin went ahead and mentioned the Hunter data. Some kind of evil, fucked up data computer hypertech that immediately injects the names, age, and location of all hunters in East Anglia directly into your brainstem!
Didn't you refer to it as a floppy disk earlier?
Yeah? I would assume it flops its way through my ear canal or something. Evil word, the computer is the devil! As I was saying, the hunter data is, of course, top priority for vampires of any stripe. Should they acquire it, they would know the location and identity of all hunters in the region.
Bloody hell. With that sort of data, they could wipe the lot of us out. Why the hell would you keep something like that?
Huh. Blame the Coalition. Under their watch, power and influence over the unaligned hunters will always be a higher priority than their security.
Ah, what idiots!
That's an
I
understatement,
can
kitten.
start to see why you're so fervently anti-authority, Sadi.
Excellent! We'll make an enemy of the state of you yet!
I wouldn't go that far.
Regardless, Kevin first learned of the data when he was still part of polite vampire society.
The Camarilla, yeah?
Pork rinds?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm pausing.
Did you learn that?
102.56. Do what?
Pork rinds?
Nah. Off-brand Lay's chips. Or it could be...
I like mine with the ridges.
Or, another way of looking at them, pretty much just rehydrate them, mash them up, and you got mashed potatoes.
It is functional, to say the least. You probably make a potato au gratin with those.
Oh, it's just a little
Moving
thing.
on.
All right, playing 3, 2, 1.
Name during the interview.
They kept bringing it up alongside something called Anarchs and their own Sabbat membership.
That's what I mean when I say practical learning. You'll always get better information out of the local ne'er-do-wells than you ever will from my generalized understanding. But yes, he first learned of it as part of the local Camarilla. But then learned more whilst hanging out with Piotr, as apparently the Sabbat had a spy within another org that works with the Arcanum. Allegedly, they finished compiling the hunter data only recently.
So the Ghoul is going to be after that data. But it's likely locked within the archive, so it won't be easy to get at.
I can't imagine the Ghoul is in any particular rush if they're a more permanent resident. I can only imagine them getting a bit panicky when we hit the scene. And depending on how they respond, we will respond in kind.
Hopefully we can get through this without wanton violence.
Well...
Now, your room, was it?
Yes, quick! Quickly! Yes, quick! I love my room.
I've been meaning to ask, how did you get that bronze horse statue in here?
Ah, yes, the horse of St. Mark. You see, it's actually made of copper rather than... Wait! Shh! In here.
Sir, this... How have I never seen this? Also, isn't it dangerous to put a ladder in a chimney?
Oh, what? We only burn evidence behind Horse's house anyhow. Now, quiet! Let us head up.
Oh, boy.
Stop here.
Torch on. This is the attic, isn't it? You know, somehow I've never actually been up here.
Shh.
But
Shut up! Pressure washer
Goodness bleeding gracious, you blasted a hole in the roof cap!
Get away! Damn it!
oh no, rain's leaking in.
Crawled into the walls!
Oh god, insurance won't cover this!
Do not divest your attention in such worldly things, son-in-law! Did you see it? Or rather, them.
There were more than one?
2. And those creatures...
Well, that explained the
were
8 legs.
not rats.
What?
Here, trumpet! Of course!
What do you hear?
This started in the cellar, didn't it?
It did. That's where we first heard it. Or them.
I have a theory. Come with me. We head for the cellar!
Oh, God!
Steps into the cellar!
Wait, watch the slippery! Step! Shit, Sadine!
Time never goes to Piotr. Would you look at that?
What's going on?
There is... the pressure washer! Throw it down, now!
Oh, shit, where is it?
Back, you poor things!
Oh, it's up here! Sadine, catch!
Take this, you! they go?
Did they go invisible?
No, they ran away at great speed before I could shoot. They could leap at us from any corner.
Shit. Sadi, blast the roof with the pressure washer.
The roof?
Well, they hated the rain, didn't they? Have water sprout all over the room.
Your brain cracks at the seams. Let's make it rain. 3, 2, 1. Pressure washer, go!
The insurance company is never going to believe this.
They're leaping down!
Wait! What are they doing?
They're drinking the floor blood? No. Oh, no.
Trouble.
They're drinking ape's blood. Oh, God.
Ah! The clouds have cleared. These creatures have ghouled themselves.
Is that even possible? I'm so confused.
This is a highly unlikely scenario. A vampire's blood usually dusts after only a short while. But Ape was young enough that his vitae remained for longer than usual. But even so, I would have figured the potency of the leftover vitae would have gone by now. Yet it seems it was potent enough to have its effects last until today.
Poor things. They look miserable.
Oh boy.
These creatures. I have never seen anything so pathetic in my life.
Well, they're certainly not rats.
Are they not?
Well, no, they're dogs. They're clearly dogs. Greyhounds.
Don't be so sure!
What?
They have drank the blood of the ape boy. Sometimes ghouls can suffer immediate consequences for their imbibement of a particular vampire's vitae. Banes and curses can come both mentally and physically. Look at these beasts. Abnormal, spindly legs, balding, spotty hide, curved abnormal backs, ears like skin flaps, eyes too big for their skulls, snaggled teeth, and this constant nervous shivering when not snout deep, necks unnaturally bent, lapping at that accursed spill. These are a goulash of mutations! Carried from the drinking of the already highly volatile and beastly blood of the ape!
Sadi. These are clearly just normal greyhounds.
There is nothing normal about these goblinoids!
Greyhound owners say the same thing.
Not be so easily deceived! They could be in-stretched rats, predatory muntjacks, or, of course, ghouled fey creatures!
We are in too deep.
Look at these gremlin beasts. They shame themselves, no longer suited for the courts of the dreaming.
You're being mean somehow.
Sadly, we must kill them.
Sir.
If we pour epoxy into the vitae, we could make a rudimentary glue trap.
No.
Perhaps an asbestos bomb is in order?
No.
Fine. They are rather cute from a certain angle. Devilish little creatures. Therefore, I will simply and humanely slap at it.
We should take responsibility.
Is that not what I'm doing?
We owe these poor animals more than this.
I hate this as much as you, son-in-law, but this is mercy. It is dangerous to keep them alive. Not only to us, but to themselves.
Why?
Why? Have I not elaborated enough on the why this evening? You have incensed me, son-in-law. Do not interfere.
Sir, you haven't really gotten to the why yet. Not really.
He's got a point.
But I think I know what it is. It's about your children. It's about Marcus.
As inquisitive as as ever.
Just before you do anything to these dogs, answer this. Why are you keeping diablerie and now the mechanics of ghouling a secret?
I suppose I did want to tell you. So I will.
Dun, dun.
Listen
I wish you to aid
closely.
me in preventing Marcus from learning certain truths. Truths these creatures epitomize.
That's what I figured.
For the time being, at least, it must be kept sequestered. You know that ghouls can gain the powers of their dormitor. A fraction of it, but enough to make the ghoul stronger, faster, age far slower, and gain access to vampiric magics. Well, in the chapter house, we will, without doubt, be dealing with an abnormal ghoul, much like these. How abnormal? I cannot say. But their dormitor and regnant, as I have learned, is one of the most powerful vampires in Norfolk, far outstripping even Diablerist Piotr.
Interesting.
Well, I see where you're going with this. Marcus is brilliant in his search for optimization. The bloody stake jacket somehow worked to his credit. But do you really think he would stoop so low as to ghoul himself? I can't see that.
Him learning of Diablerie from this experiment was a massive mistake. I could have prevented it, I recognize that. But the idea that humans can in essence diablerize vampires, preventing that knowledge from entering his highly eccentric mindset, is not too late. Marcus is willful, brash, arrogant, and stubborn. If he believes he can master Vampire Vitae without falling prey to its wiles, he will do it. And should he try, he will fail.
I'll be frank. If you believe these risks are that great, couldn't you just teach him about these dangers before he comes across them himself?
Marcus never lets danger stop him, even at the cost of a functioning brain. Just like his father. Hey, stop squirming! Stop rotating!
Then why let him hunt? If this information can be stumbled upon when hunting like this, why allow Marcus to carry out interrogations and, hell, even experiments on our quarry? If you really think it's that serious, why are you ever allowing him this kind of freedom?
It is not a matter of allowing him. He has chosen this path, as all my children who hunt have. And I am proud of him for it. In time, I shall shape Marcus into a hunter much like myself. I cannot deny that Marcus is already immensely powerful, and in sheer headstrong determination almost surpasses me. But in his pursuits, he hurts himself. Even if he is sat down and taught the risks of, say, imbibing Vampire Vitae, would he really listen?
That's kind of the dad.
I think he would.
Pausing.
I really do.
1:16:25.
And the stupid ads on.
And what point did you pause at?
At 20, but I can gloss over 5 seconds for your sake.
Okay.
There we go.
Alright, ready to proceed?
The following is going to be a revelation, so take this in stride.
Definitely paralleling 40K quite a bit. The Great Crusade. Except against vampires instead of chaos and xenos.
At least talking to him would be worth a try.
You might not have noticed, but he sees vampires, what they can do, their power, and yearns for such power himself. He cannot help it. I can fully relate. Almost any hunter can. But that kind of power will damn him. And why would he care if it damns him? His damnation could save thousands. He thinks he can overcome such a curse and balance the scales, but that's hubris. And Marcus has yet to comprehend the true reality of damnation. Only once he discerns it for himself can he know the cost of that path. I was hoping that, given the freedom to face them of his own accord, he would learn. But so far, he instead places blame on me for not serving theory to him, mushed up on a plate.
Okay. All right. I feel you might be underestimating Marcus.
It is your privilege to believe that.
If whatever Kevin told you is true, then Marcus is already likely to see a person that he knows as a ghoul, potentially pulling whatever tricks they've got up their sleeves when cornered.
If it is so, I hope that, in itself, is the lesson that will get through to him. Beyond that, I do not think the ghoul possesses the time, will, or forethought to use any disciplines they may have in a constructive or terribly impressive fashion. Hopefully, this subject will be irrelevant.
Why do you think that? I mean, what will happen if the ghoul does fight back proper?
When the ghoul is found out, either through being starved into admission, or maybe even busted by Occam and his solar sorcery, they might scramble and try to fight back. If they do, we will do what we do best. Pummel them into submission before they can act.
And if they're smart enough to use their powers constructively, what then?
Well, there are a few things we can know with certainty about our ghoul. These will be our red truths, drenched in the blood of Kevin himself. Our ghoul's dormitor and regnant is the Tremere Regent of East Anglia. She's an immensely powerful blood sorcerer and is able to use a wide variety of disciplines. This also means our ghoul has a fair quantity of disciplines they could potentially have.
That is bad.
But this is something I have learned about the Regnant's favored ghouls, particularly those that work as spies. They only have what's useful for their roles. Sharpened senses, the power to bend minds, and, for a special few, blood sorcery. But for most, nothing at all. It is, I am told, considered an irrelevant investment to that most callous regent.
So in the worst case, nothing we haven't dealt with before then?
True! However, you vex me with your concern, sway me to second-guessing myself. It is possible they have been granted another tool. There are certain policies, so-called drafts, that vampiric sorcerers can create with their vitae. These drafts can give another vampire or a ghoul limited access to more powerful magics. If only for a short time.
Oh, God.
These drafts are usually limited to disciplines of strength, speed, and endurance. But, and this is the kicker, here, as far as I know, unique to Norfolk, there is at least one more of these drafts. A draft of domination. With just such a draft, a ghoul could perform even worse acts of mind chicanery. They could give victims complex orders that will be carried out without question. They could even order them to attack their friends and family.
These sound like incredible risks, should they be present during our operation.
We should be moderately wary. Yet the risk of this draft being present, I find, is not outweighed by the risk inherent to Marcus's knowledge expanding too far.
Sadi, sorry, but why are you so cavalier towards the threat of this ghoul compared to your worry over Marcus? What if the ghoul ends up a significantly larger threat than you're expecting?
My priorities are not that skewed. If it becomes relevant, I will have to give in and inform. Oh my God, I'm informing.
No, not again.
Fine. And and you will have to help me clean up the inevitable mess. Not the vomit, the ghoul stuff.
Fair.
Yet even so, I am confident. No matter how powerful their master is, they've walked into the lion's den. They could never hope to defeat 5 prepared hunters, a Celtic martial artist, and a really bigoted Belgian. They have no hope, and frankly, I believe Remold will be a bigger threat to us than any ghoul. There will be enough suffering for this poor victim even before the grand reveal. I aim for a peaceful solution. I do genuinely hope we can help them in the end.
That is a wise choice, I will agree. But with that, sir, could we not please have the same fate go for these dogs? Look, you've just been holding them for this entire conversation and they've done nothing.
You have lured me into the glue trap of a moral conundrum, which I will utilitarianism my way out of. Prepare yourself, canine!
Wait! Okay. If you are willing to kill these animals for the sake of Marcus's continued ignorance, at least tell me, when do you think Marcus will be ready?
That is something I cannot tell you.
This is what you should listen to next.
Yet.
In all honesty, sir, and sorry, I must be rather harsh here, you are being irrational. I can't see Marcus ever going as far as you are worried he might. I see a headstrong attitude, I see recklessness, and I see a want to one-up the opposition in creative and unexpected ways. But abusing vampire blood? No. What worries me far more is the fact that this secrecy of yours is creating rifts between you two. He doesn't trust you. He knows you are keeping things from him. I mean, you should know. He complains about it constantly.
Yes, I have worried somewhat about our relationship as of late.
I think you should consider that perhaps what you're seeing here is a projection of yourself and your own failures.
Not a projection. A reflection. I see in him myself in my younger days. I see a dark future that can still be halted in its tracks. And I see that ghouldom is only the surface of an abyssal trench. One Marcus has already once stared into.
What do you mean?
What when on they are making a mistake I'm deep. All right, son-in-law. Let me tell you the tale. It was 1988. Marcus was 12 years old. We were parked down in Norfolk Island, off the coast of Australia.
Norfolk Island?
Don't question it.
Nice family picture.
On our exploration of the island's locale, we were dealing with the pernicious Fae.
Oh, Game Boy original.
Bitter local legend.
Interesting.
I like these beasts, but far more murderous. I shan't say much else specific, for the nature of the Fae is far beyond our current purview. Suffice to say, we were thrust into a net of intrigue and horror, with a sadistic Fae king at its center. We were ultimately forced to make a choice. The details are too awful to recount here in full, but in short, the only way to halt a heinous curse on the land would be to send one of our own to be a thrall of the king in his court for the next 40 years.
What? You mean... Oh. This is what happened to Marcus's brother.
Don't say his name. Please.
I'm sorry.
Marcus had a brother?
Marcus knew what was going to happen. And despite his youth, in a bid to save his dear brother, he made a horrible mistake.
What on earth are you talking about, Sir D?
In his attempts to thwart this dark bargain, he believed he could make another. Marcus thought he was channeling a rival power in the Fey court. Instead, he made direct contact with something far, far worse. A dreadful alien presence. An unfathomable evil. It is beyond description, son-in-law. An outer force. Not a monster. Not a demon. A thing.
I've never heard of this.
I know not how he did it. Perhaps through the lore and the tools I left carelessly within his reach. Perhaps through his inherent sorcerous aptitude. I know not. But for a moment, just a moment,
aptitude.
A connection was made. And the abyss, for a time, closed in around us.
The abyss?
Door, horse, Anton. We all moved quickly. Severed the ritual, severed the connection. But that entity?
Paused.
That thing?
Paused at 128.47.
Does Anton sound familiar?
Anton.
Recall our last reaction.
Our last reaction was him waking up and was talking to that entity that was a cashier worker.
I'll help guide you. Conversation between Polydor and Lady Regent.
Okay. She was giving an update on what was going on, letting her know about Dee's visit, her thinking it was Kevin, and such.
Along with a bottle of pill belonging to an Antony sausage.
Oh, Antony Sausage. Okay.
That was the name of one of his sons.
Ah, I see. Since this is all involving involving the Emperor and the Primarchs, parodied over into this series, be like, which one would that end up being of the Primarchs? Wouldn't be surprised.
By this reveal, Marcus is still a sleeper magi who made a premature contact with something that can manipulate reality itself.
Fun.
An Eldritchian creature.
Yeah.
Still unidentified within the world of darkness itself.
If anyone has any insight on which one of the Primarchs Antony Sausage is supposed to be a parody of, please comment. I'd love to know, because
there's no formulating theory, so you're not going to get anywhere with that much. But here's hoping some of that would turn up within Ruva Alphabosa's new content. For that, press play.
Okay. Hold on a sec. I think it could also be one of the missing Primarchs. But then again, they leave it wide open, so... Alright, 3, 2, 1, play.
It is still out there, son-in-law. Waiting. Watching. Hungering.
And I've got an ad for 30 seconds.
I pause at 129 and 04.
The first step in changing your health is figuring out who to trust, and Zymogen is who the experts trust. High-quality premium
it definitely gives a whole lot of interesting
to help you restore,
context
grow, and
into
thrive.
things
Choose your
and
expert
why
and change your
he
health
does what
at
he does.
Zymogen.com.
And you already saw what
pretty
Marcus is
fast,
capable of
but not at
within that
Freddy's.
pub crawl.
When that first bite hits, you can't.
Once more, Magi have reality warping brain.
Marcus's potential.
Alright, you
By the
said
mere
what?
invocation
You
that
said,
that spell,
okay, you said what time did you pause it?
12904.
Burns bright. You know this more than anyone.
Again,
Okay.
reality warping brains and any all spellcasts that the Magi can use, whether or not they are asleep or they are awakened, that influences reality.
Powerful.
And that hex thing, that's a Fey trait. And you saw how D and his children had caught themselves up within a warped horror scenario with the Fey court itself, which is another paradigm of the World of Darkness tabletop games.
Fun.
Think Dark Crystal, but worse.
Ah, speaking of that, I've only seen the original. I haven't seen the remake. And I actually thought at one point, funny scene at the end for need to have as an abridged version.
Mm-hmm.
But why did you guys go and break the crystal and cause all this, these years of suffering? Oh, that was Gary. Yeah, he wanted to change the shape of the crystal. Yeah, my bad, dude. I just wanted to make it fancy looking. Didn't mean to break a whole chunk out.
On that note, belated connections here. Do you recall Marcus's companions, the goth girl?
Yeah.
But she was commenting about how she has yet to catch a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
There's now a leading theory that she herself is actually something else.
Ah.
We'll uncover into that within episode 4 within the month. But now, we press for time, press play.
3, 2, 1.
He can be the best of us. The best of all of us. Yet it is that same promise that can damn him lower than any other. Our plan to thwart the bargain failed because of that ritual. That day, I lost a son. It was not the first time. But it shall be the last. I shall not lose another. Never again! Never again!
I can agree with that.
Marcus will grow. He will flourish. He will reach the heights that await him. But he must do so with my guidance. Without it, he could be lost in ways you cannot fathom. Do you understand? Without my wisdom, he is doomed. Should he part the dark too quickly, it already waits to engulf him whole. It knows him. It knows my son. Know that as far as what the supernatural is, as far as what we must face, as far as the true horrors of reality are concerned, ghouls are specks of dirt at the tip of the froth on the surface of a trench so deep it is literally impossible for us to fathom. Ghouls and vampires, the fight against them is integral to our reckoning. It lays the very groundwork for our whole operation, make no mistake. But there are realities out there that are simply too far beyond you. And Marcus, in his youth no less, caught a glimpse of the million eyes that stare from the bottom of that trench, and their gaze followed, even as he looked away.
Why has he never told me this?
Because he forgot.
Forgot? How?
That I cannot say.
I understand.
So, please, even if you cannot see it, please, just wait a little while longer before you say too much. Just a little more.
Goodness gracious.
Please, just say, how about... Yes, the release of that video game you two keep nattering about. The one you are so excited about being released after 10 years in development.
Team Fortress 2?
Yes! Team Fortress 2!
I love that game.
When it is released, I will talk to him. I swore I will even play it with you.
Will you?
I will play it, and as we video game play, running about in the virtual space, happy and sedated and content, I will tell him everything.
Okay,
Oh.
But wait, the official release date or the beta release?
Yes! Let us shake on it!
No.
What?
Counterproposal. I will not tell Marcus anything until TF2 releases, as long as the dogs are left alive.
Really now?
I will lie to Marcus about what these little buggers are, as well as why they're here.
And what do you intend with them?
It is possible to wean someone off of being a ghoul, right?
Rosalia suffered through her life as a ghoul. We tried to save her, but I failed. I hear that after our final goodbye, she got better. But I don't know how she managed it, because I divorced her and left Poland forever. She is celebrating 108 this year, I hear. And I'm very happy for her.
Wow. Good. That's great to hear.
They were married?
Well,
they were
something
married?
to work with.
What?
Who knows how long?
Sure is.
And that is why you are my number one son-in-law.
Not.
Wow.
Marcus is. And Dor. And Boy. And all the others.
Well,
I am happy being number one-in-law.
Well said. And stupid alleged hounds whom are clearly fey beasts, welcome to the team. Fortress 2?
Hell yeah.
Well, until you manage to unhook yourselves, little skim nymphs, we are your dormitors.
Huh?
After all, we're the ones providing the goods.
Oh, God.
Listen, new grandchildren.
Sorry?
You will live in the attic. Any other vermin who enters this house, barring Mr. Smurples the cat, oh goodness, I do hope you all get along, you will either chase out, eat, or forced to join your pack. A pack loyal to our family.
This is... right, okay.
Come, let us show Marcus his new attic children.
Wait, what?
Marcus, wake up! You're a parent now! Congratulations!
There's a 40K irony
just-
right there. There's
And what exactly?
Just when I think I start to understand
Pause.
things.
No need to pause. We're about to roll in the credits.
Fair
I gotta
enough.
put this stuff in bags, I guess.
But
Oh, it's sticky.
that's what she said.
So, your thoughts?
Well, like I said, the irony, well, the comical 40K irony is straightforward and simple. Two dogs. There was a pair of wolves who were the battle companions and family of Lehman Russ, Primarch of the Space Wolves, and the one Primarch that Magnus the Red, who Marcus is based off of.
Oh, mind you, there is a unique call to the range ending this, so.
Yeah. Like I was saying, yeah, Lehman Russ and Magnus did not like each other. especially after Lehman Russ sacked Magnus's homeworld. Think about this one. Two dogs could be compared to parallel to the two wolves of Lehman Russ, being the children of the dog children of Marcus. Do you see the irony? The irony is just so strong there. Oh, and quite comical too. Could you imagine Lehman Russ seeing that and be like, oh, that's the ultimate joke ever? Could you imagine if someone did a blind react to this series? Done like those lounge sitting characters, like we'd see Gandalf, Boromir, and Saruman watching the Rings of Power and then having their commentary
well, they
about
react
it.
primarily to mainstream content. I don't think they go for fringe elements like what you and I are delving into now.
I know, but it'd be kind of funny to see them do that, but with the Primarchs in the place.
And also, warped as it is, I'm the man emperor of mankind and you are Kitten in this scenario.
Oh, what?
I'm the one with the fancy schmancy words, and here you are.
Yeah, well, you're the one who keeps giving me all this information and such. Who's the one in the...
a rather warped paradigm.
Okay, everybody, if we called it arranged here to review the Mummy book. So how it works is that you're a ghost who looks like this.
Not exactly what the DT I'm ran with this series, just for clarification.
You're like 5 billion years old. Like this, and then you died, and then there's a new
kind of ironic that Crystal is a redhead. So...
It's a YouTube proof explanation of Mummy the Resurrection. Sum it up, you're actually one of the actually good guys. Everything about your existence is intense living. You live longer than most, but everything you do is intense. The flavors are intense. Your hobbies are intense. And you're also... You have a rather intense morality. A morality for all that is good, and it abhors all things evil. So when it could be an uncommon thing is a mummy will to go up against depending on the natural threat, be they a vampire or else.
And that's it for today.
And probably the theory being
$69 special
is
forces
that
device
And I
turns
got
men
another
into
ad.
beasts. It emulates
actually a
54,000
vampire.
crunches
Not a vampire, a mummy.
Well, understood. Definitely an interesting... Yeah, that are... Wow. That was a whole lot of fun.
They're not exactly in your face with all the obvious clues, but I don't think Bruce Alphabet has been known to leave red herrings for his audience.
Yeah, that's always fun. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream tonight. Got a good laugh at the craziness that ended up happening.
Ignore me.
Yeah, I know it took about another hour, extra hour and a half. Oh, sorry, extra half hour just to cover it, but yeah, still quite comical. You guys like?
It's better from there.
So you guys liked what you saw? YouTube, Kick and Twitch, hit that follow button. YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Everybody hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Click the link to our Discord so you can keep up to date on what's going on, our schedule, post memes, chat with us, hang out, have a good time. If you want to consider supporting the channel in all the aspects of what we do, consider becoming a patron on our Patreon. The perks are right now threefold. Patreon shout out at the end of all our streams. The early access to the fan series, which is in production. And then also access is to be able to join us for movie night, in which you get to join us, the members of the crew, to watch a movie or TV show in a little fun group setting. And yeah, it's been a pretty good stream week. We look forward to seeing you guys again when we start up on Sunday. And yep. And we'll be jumping back into Halo on Sunday, so that'll be loads of fun. Find out which one when we go live. And as always, never forget, yeah, I'm getting tired. Umbiolotecum Domini, walk with the Lord. Good night, and have a good one, everyone.